Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. Today, we're celebrating the making of our 600th show. Amazing how time flies when you're enjoying yourself. Now, the rules are the same as always. I sit you down with one of our regular deals. Now, they're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today. If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say to you, reject that offer. Live dangerously, have a gamble, go to auction. Hopefully, we will get you a little bit more money there.
At £1,250, all done.
I'm going to be on hand at all times to help and advise you. Today, the show comes to you from older in Greater Manchester. Just look at this crowd of local people. They've brought along their treasures. What are they going to do? Are they going to walk away with cash in their pocket? Are they going to gamble and go to auction? I don't know. One thing I know for sure, they're going to walk out of here with the real deal.
Oldham's Queen Elizabeth Hall is packed to the rafters and the birthday buzz is infectious.
Happy birthday, Dickinson's Real Deal.
Well, what can you say? He's a legend, isn't he? That is an absolute legend.
600, it's been great, and I hope there's 600 more.
Thanks, everyone, and watch out for something very special later in the show. Corrie Jeffrey is kicking off our 600th show, and Stella June has brought a Conductor's baton to the table. But this one belonged to none other than the world-famous conductor, Sir John Barbarolli, who was responsible for the revival of Manchester's Halley Orchestra in 1943.
I think this is going to be a battle. This is going to be, she's going to put up a fight, and I'm going to fight back as hard as I can.
I'm looking forward to pushing her a little bit and see how far I can take it with her.
What can I say? Fantastic. It's a baton. It's a conductor's baton. Here's the retailer, Sharman Neal, 12 Donegal Place, Belfast. Yep. So it started life in Belfast and it ends up in Manchester and ends up in the possession of probably the most famous man of music in Manchester.
Sir John Barbarolli.
Sir John Barbarolli. And how do we know that? Because it's written on it.
It is?
Yes. Engraved on the top with his name. So it's ivory, it's silver, it's beautifully presented, and it's hallmarked here, Birmingham, 1891. And it's really important to this part of the world, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you tell me something about it?
When my granddad passed away in '95, it was found within his possessions. We don't know how he's come about it. His dad was into classical music, so we just presume that it's come from him.
It'd be really interesting to find what your grandfather's connection was.
Yeah,
great-grandfather, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we have tried, but obviously they're not here anymore, so it's difficult to find out, really, So it's just a big mystery.
Great story, though.
Yeah, it's a great story.
I'm sure there's a great story in there.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
Right, well, you brought along today to sell, and it's very hard to put a value on the name.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try very hard.
Okay.
Let's start putting some money on the table and see if we're going to come near each other.
Okay.
50, 100, 50, 200, and 50, 300, 350. You're not looking too enthusiastic. No. Oh, here comes David. He's going to give you a hand.
Da 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 da. Oh dear, putting shivers down my back. Sir John Barbarolli, conductor of the Halley Orchestra. The estimates are around about 3 to 4, 4 to 5 within that area. Even the 4 to 5, I think I'd be thinking towards the top end. She probably used the conductor's baton through a major part of his career. Obviously, he was already knighted when he received this, so he probably would have used a baton before, but this perhaps will have been used through the most illustrious part of his career. So I think it's an important object, especially for a classic music collector. So I think at the moment, yes, Corrie, a good offer, but not good enough. Dun, 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 dun.
What do they say in gangster movies? An offer you can't refuse. Well, I'm going to try and come up with an offer you cannot refuse. So I'm going to put 450. It's 500 on the table. How do you feel about it?
I feel it can do a bit more.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm going to just put a sweetener on the table. I'm going to put £20 down.
No, I'm going to have to take it to auction, I think.
You sure?
Yeah.
And if I was to put £40 down?
No.
60. 80. 600 on the table. I'm not going to twist you on, but I think that's a very good offer.
Yeah.
I'm there, really.
We've got a deal.
We've got a deal
Yeah.
then. You are a brave bargainer. Tough woman.
£600 shows, £600. What a fitting start to the programme. So we've had the conductor's baton, and now it looks like Robert has brought along the rest of the orchestra to David Halkney's table.
Well, you brought one of my favourite things in here, a drum.
Right.
Well, I used to be a drummer when I was a young man.
You were.
Maybe I should have stayed one. Tell me all about this.
Well, I've played this one for a number of years now. Back in the 60s, actually, I started. And I've kept it ever since.
So you're not going to sell this? How could you sell it, Robert?
Well, I've got a garage full of drums now, you know, and we're pushed for room. And it doesn't do anything now, you know, it's a shame, really.
But this is a military drum, isn't it? This
It is, yeah.
yeah,
very,
Royal Artillery.
Yeah.
And the other side, I can't see it.
Alan Brooke, yeah.
Alan Brooke.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's a Premier drum, made by Premier.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The best there is, and the
Yes.
dearest to buy.
Well, I've lost touch with all these things now. Now, all this is the Welsh...
yeah, the Welsh emblem we used to use, yeah.
Yeah. And this
Yeah.
is the strap that you put it round you. What's it worth, Robert?
It's nice. Worth a lot, really, I imagine. Especially with an ex-drummer as well.
So, Robert, you were in the army, were you?
Yes,
or-
I started off in the Marines.
In the Marines,
the
so
Marine band at the age of 14.
Oh, wow.
I did
You must have been good.
a number of years, studied at the School of Music, and went on ships and various establishments.
Right.
Played for Owen Dawes at the Palace a few times. and,
Marvellous. I better get some money out and see if I can buy it off you.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
If I don't bid you enough, don't be upset because I've got one or two. You don't want £20, Robert, do you?
No,
You
no.
didn't want £20. £40.
You got the sticks.
I'll tell you what, that's what I get for the last one of these. £50. Now, here's some advice on its way.
Now, let me tell you something, Robert, about Dandy Dave here.
Yes, he's...
He's been trying to drum up business for many a year. And I suspect he might have just found what he's looking for. 100 to 150 is the estimate. 50 quid's on the table. Cheapskate bid. I'm going to say they get 80, 90 quid down, get it bought. Drum up some business, you need to.
Oh, dear me, I don't know. £70, Robert. £80, I think that's what I'd want to give for it.
I couldn't let it go for that.
I don't blame you either.
Really couldn't.
£90.
You are getting close, very close.
Am I? I don't think I want to give any more, Robert. Oh, well, I don't like saying that to you because you're a good
no.
sport.
Not quite enough for what I was expecting, so I'll leave it, David, if you don't mind. I'm
Thank you
sorry.
for doing it.
Go to auction.
I hope you do well.
Thank you.
It's off to auction then. So what does auctioneer Max Blackmore think its chances are?
I'm quite confident we shall sell this for between £100 and £150.
Come on then, Max. Let's see you do just that.
The reserve at the moment is £100. Now, if you sell this today, what are you going to do?
I'm going to donate the money to a girl that's going to have a heart operation.
Okay. Anything that you sell today is going to go into the kitty for this
For
young
welfare.
girl's operation. It's going to a very, very good cause. Here we go.
This military drum here, we're not charging commission on it, so let's do our best with it, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Start me somewhere, 100 if you like, 100 if you like, 60 bid, 60 now, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100.
Very nice. £100 now.
£100, we're in the room now, 110. Further bids now, £110. Come on, be generous, ladies and gentlemen. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Gentlemen standing now, £150, all for a good cause.
Thank you very much indeed. £150. Nice result. £150 is going to this particular charity for this young girl to have this operation. No commission to be deducted. Military man, thank you very much indeed. You're a gent and a scholar, and that was the real deal.
Back in the den, Mavis has brought in a little box for James Late. Wonder if this will get him jumping for joy.
Tell me about it.
It's a hair box that was given to me.
A hair box?
A hair box, hence the hair that's on the
not
top
the
of
hair,
it.
not putting a wig in.
Possibly, yeah, but you'd have to be a tiny person.
Toupee.
But it was my ex-husband's uncle who had emigrated to Australia, who was an ex-antiques dealer.
Comes from a good source.
It does, yeah. I've had it for about 12, 15 years, something like that.
The hair is lovely, isn't it? I think we can be fairly safe in saying that it wasn't made in Australia.
Right.
It looks continental to me.
Okay.
French, perhaps, I don't know.
Right.
So it's amethyst glass, is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
And I suppose it must date from around about 1900, 1910. These feet are very Art Nouveau looking, aren't they?
Does the number inside the lid represent anything?
It probably represents either a painter's number or a pattern number. So whoever was painting it would have probably copied from a pattern book.
Okay.
And this would have been pattern number 45. I've never seen anything quite like it, I must say.
Right.
Interesting thing. So shall I try and buy it?
If you like. If you like it enough, yes.
20, 40, £60 maybe.
No, I was thinking of more than that.
You were thinking of more than that?
Yes, I was, definitely.
A lot more? Or a bit more?
Quite a considerable amount more,
Oh,
yes.
really? Oh, right. Well, we'll try again then. I'll put another 20, 80.
Say another 10 on top of that?
Another 10.
Or 20 would be even better.
I think a 10 would be better myself.
You think so?
I'll try you with a 10. That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
I'd like 100.
100? Maybe we can split the difference.
Well, before you say anything, I can tell you what I think about this. I think that is Australia. I think that is palm trees, and I think that is not a hare. I think that's a joey or a young kangaroo. 80 to 120 was the estimation, but if it is Australian and if it is a kangaroo, I think it gives it that extra little bit of bounce. I think it's that little bit more commercial. So I'm going to say, James, get your 100 quid in. You've got yourself a bargain. G'day, mate.
So?
Well, there you go. I've got another expert.
You've got
as
another
well.
expert. So that means I've got to put another 10 down, doesn't it?
Yes, please. It's to be very nice.
I thought you'd say that. Right, there we are. So £100. We've got a deal now?
Okay.
Very good. Thanks very much for bringing it.
Thank you. I wanted 3 figures, really, and I've got 3 figures, so I'm happy.
So Mavis got exactly what she wanted. Still to come on our 600th show, will seller Kevin negotiate as good a price for his item?
Well, so I'll get these spondoolies out and see if we can tempt you.
Have you got enough?
And stay tuned as Mark Stevens gets involved in our biggest ever deal.
They are fantastic. Everything about them is magnificent.
Welcome back to our 600th anniversary edition of Dickinson's Real Deal.
There's been a great turnout at Oldham today, and people have been queuing up with their treasures, including Seller Martin, who is next to see Corrie. Now, does he have a clear idea of what he wants?
This watch is worth £400 to £600. I'd like to take between £400 and £600 home.
I believe this was your grandfather's.
It is, yes.
And that it was issued during the war.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
So was he in the armed forces?
He was in the Home Guard as an ARP warden.
And he then bought this
He bought that after the war.
And you've had it ever since?
It was my late mother's, and when she passed away, it got handed down to me.
And were you ever tempted to wear it?
No, never.
Well, it's in lovely condition, and it's an Omega, stainless steel, in very nice condition. It's just a nice, clear, plain watch, isn't it?
It's great.
Easy to see. You're right, it's great, yeah. And it comes with its original paperwork. Government surplus RAF Omega watch. Tell you exactly what it is. Opening it up, and it gives the number, and it gives the case, so we know exactly what it is. And what I really like is the last little paragraph. Incidentally, do you know that more than 50% of the navigational watches used in the Air Force throughout the war were Omegas, and also that for the third consecutive time has again been entrusted with the official timings of the Winter Olympics, 1948. So we know exactly when he bought it.
That's it.
Just after 1948.
He did.
Fantastic. Now we have to think about the last aspect of the watch, is what it's worth.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what it's worth.
I
You have a clear
Yes,
value.
I do.
So I'm going to try and make you smile. That's it, I did it. Now you smile.
A big smile.
A bigger smile.
Bigger smile.
Yeah, okay. We got 50 down, 100, 150, 200. I'm waiting to smile to get bigger. 250, 300.
I'd like a little bit more.
350. It's 400 on the table.
Can I squeeze it a little bit more?
You are going to say that. I can see that smile getting broader. A 20. A 30. And you've squeezed me 430 on the table. That's over 500 in the sale room.
It is.
We have a deal.
We have a deal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone knows that Lladro comes from Spain, but will seller Kevin's porcelain figure light up David's eyes?
Well, you've brought a piece of porcelain in here. Nice subject. Tell me all about this.
Well, it's Lladro. My mum got it from Spain 30 years ago, something like that. She fell in love with Lladro. I've got 30, 40 pieces of Lladro from my mum. Sadly, she passed away this year, and being the eldest of the family now, I've got to kind of sort it all out and get everything together and sell it.
Well, it's not strictly antique, Kevin, and it's a piece of Lladro, and it's marked here, because they do the other one, Neo, is it?
Yeah,
Neo, which
she's
not
got
so
a few
collectible.
pieces of that as well.
Well, the Lladro's the one they like.
Yeah.
He's sort of portraying a man around the sort of 1900s, isn't he? Lighting the gas lamp, street lamp here. The detail's fantastic, isn't it?
She had a collector's edition book and everything else
Yeah.
to do with Lladro. My dad used to always be buying her something for Christmas.
She was an enthusiastic collector.
Oh, well and truly.
Yeah, well, she picked a good one here, I think.
Yeah.
She did well getting it back in one piece from Spain.
I know.
Well, I think it's very attractive, I've got to say. I'm not quite sure it's worth, so I'll get the spondoolies out and see if we can tempt you.
Have you got enough?
£20.
No.
I
Definitely.
didn't think you'd take 20.
No.
No, he never takes that first bid, does he? What about £60?
No.
I'm not quite sure what this is worth, Kevin. How much is it worth?
In excess of 300.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. I better give you £80 for it then, Kevin. Oh, here's some advice.
Well, I'm looking at this and thinking the part of the world we're in Oldham at the moment. Of course, it's Greater Manchester, but we're close to Lancashire. You know, when you think of Lancashire and the cotton mills, quite common to see men going around lighting lamps, knocking on windows, waking up people to go to the mills. 80 to 120 pounds is what they say. Dave, come on, get another 20 in. I think you will be able to go to one of your self-made local clients in the northwest of England who'll say, by gum, lad, that's an interesting lot. I'll have that at 150 quid.
The only truth is I'm from the northeast. We've still got a few gas lamps in Hull.
Yeah.
I'll give 100 quid for it because I like the subject.
It's sentimental, though.
Well, it is to you.
Yeah.
I know that, I understand that.
It's got a lot of history.
I know.
Would you make it 105?
Well, if I have to, because I like it. You're a nice guy.
Okay.
Here's another fiver. We've got a deal, have we?
Got a deal.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you
for
very
bringing
much.
it along today.
Okay.
I think it cost me enough money, really. Squeeze another fiver, but I think I'll get a profit out of it, I'm sure. It's a catchy subject.
We're looking forward to finding out later if you do, David.
650.
Coming up, Mark is gunning for some extra special medals.
Well, I mean, it's a brilliant offer, but...
No, I haven't finished, John. I'm going to make you an offer. Think long and hard, because I really believe I'm treating you very, very fair.
With Dickinson's Real Deal, you never know what's going to turn up in the den. At Mark Stevens' table in Bangor, North Wales, ex-serviceman John brought in his collection of medals. But these aren't ordinary medals, and John isn't an ordinary soldier. He was in the Special Forces and saw action in some of the world's most dangerous places, including Cyprus, South Korea, the Falklands and Northern Ireland. He also played a crucial role in the Iranian embassy siege of 1980. So the big question is, how much is John prepared to sell them for?
Well, I expect to get the best price possible for what is my life, or an indication of what my life was, anyway.
I've got to say, I'm honoured to be offered a group of medals like this. They're unbelievable. I want them beyond anything I've seen on the show, and I will break the bank if I've got to own them. I want them desperately.
Wow, can't wait to find out how this unravels.
John, the first thing I want to say is thank you. I'm honoured to be in your presence. And
Thank you.
I'm kind of speechless.
I made them myself.
What a fantastic group of medals. I can't imagine what you have done to get them.
Well, I didn't play for Liverpool Football Club,
That's
and I
for
always
certain.
wanted to.
Was that one of your things?
Yeah, it was my only thing.
Well, we've got here the UN medal, the Northern Ireland medal, the Falklands medal with rosette, which means that you saw active service. And I think this is...
South Korea.
South Korea, not issued in the 1970s?
Yeah, American.
American one, so you were obviously attached to them at some stage.
Yeah, pretty,
There's really not a lot I can say about these medals apart from that they are fantastic. Everything about them is magnificent, and I'm sure every individual medal there can tell a story that could write a book. I see a lot of these medals. I see a lot of the Northern Ireland, a lot of the Falklands, and also a lot of the regular army. But you don't see them to the regiment. They just don't turn up on the market, and when they do turn up on the market, they are highly desirable, John. People want to buy them. They're very, very collected.
Yeah.
You know, there's no point in beating around the bush. These are wanted. I want them. I'd love to own them. If I had to say to you now, point the one medal that told the story, a big story for you, what would it be? Would it be the Northern Ireland or the Falklands?
Falklands.
It would be the Falklands.
Yeah.
What you have here, you have the cream. There really isn't too many more Falklands medals that make better money than what's on that medal.
Yeah.
In my opinion, there is an amount of money.
Well, that sounds all right to me.
There is an amount of
I'll
money.
accept a check.
But for what you've done, there is an amount of money.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
But as a group of medals, they have a worth.
Yeah.
Because of what they are.
Yeah.
So let's go into the pocket and see what we got. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950. There's £1,000 there. 50, 1, 150, 2, 250, 3, 350, 4, 450, 5, 50, 6, 650, 7, 750, 8, 850, 9, 950. There's £2,000 there. 50, 1, 150, 2, 250, 3, 350, 4, 450, 5, 550, 6, 650, 7, 750, 8, 850, 9, 50, 10. There's £3,000 there. These are £1,000 bundles. We're going to start at £4,000, John.
Now, the initial estimation was around about £2,000 or £3,000, but that was just a toe in the water estimation. I think these are worth more. This is a good man. He's a guy that will bid good money, but I'm slightly nervous. I do not want you to undervalue or undersell what that group of medals is worth. So keep at it, make your best bid, and I'm going to come back when the bidding stops.
Right. One thing I want to make very clear, John, is that I don't want you to undersell these, and that's very important.
I understand
and that is very, very important to me.
Yeah, I take that. Yeah.
And I have done my own research, and I've managed to find out what I think these medals are worth by a top specialist. I've only got an amount of money here, but look, I'm going to put that in front of you. There's £5,000 on the table there. Do you know what? I just want to give you more, and I really do, because I know you've earned it. You know, look, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85. There's £5,500 on the table there. I think we should get some more advice from David, John, I really do.
Yeah,
Right,
I
it's
will
best
have
for both
more
of
advice.
us.
Yeah.
Well, it is my opinion that you should go to the auction. You should have the opportunity to explore what potential is out there. My only concern is, as I say, that I get the top dollar for the guy.
More than anything, as I've stated all along, David, I want John to get the top money, and I really do. You know, it's not about profit. I don't care about the profit. That's, to me, this isn't an issue about earning a profit.
Remember, when you get the marks of this world together with other collectors, with other dealers, they want to vie with each other, they want to challenge each other, they want to bid against each other, and that's where you will have the best chance. Yeah. I'm going to leave you again, Mark, to give your best bid, and I'll come back once that's on the table.
Now, I haven't got that much more money left, but there's £5,500 on the table.
Well, I mean, it's a brilliant offer, but...
No, I haven't finished, John. I'm going to make you an offer. Think long and hard, because I really believe I'm treating you very, very fair. I'm going to offer you £7,000 for the group of medals.
Something tells me there's still a way to go with this deal, so let's find out what they're thinking.
Well, we've just finished a small break, which I thought was only fair, John. We've gone and had a cup of tea, and I think we have thrashed out what I believe is the fairest and safest deal. We have now got a further offer from Mark, a very generous offer of £10,000. Now, this £10,000 is a guarantee. No matter what happens, you will get a minimum £10,000. What Mark has said, and very generously, this will now go to perhaps the best auction for those medals in the country. It is a specialist auction for military medals. The agreement is very straightforward. Anything over the £10,000, you will split equally with our dealer Mark. Should they not make £10,000 or more in the auction, of course, Mark will own the medals, but you still have the £10,000 guarantee. Now, you're very happy with that?
I'm absolutely delighted.
OK, it's very generous. And John, you are satisfied. That's the most important
very
thing.
much so.
Okay.
I haven't shook his hand, though.
Oh, you will.
Shake his hand.
John,
Yeah.
I mean,
You
it's been
can
a pleasure.
shake his hand, John.
It's a pleasure.
I've got his checkmate. OK.
Yeah, but hang on, isn't the cheque coming to me?
What do you think at home? What are they going to bring? Is it going to be a big one? Find out in a few moments' time.
fantastic. Delighted. I cannot wait to go to auction. It's made my day. It's an honour to meet a man like that.
I didn't expect that much. And even when it was going up, I thought, well, you know, it's very good and that, and it's got the feeling that maybe they are worth something. And yeah, I think he gave me an excellent price. And I'm looking forward to this auction.
And so are we.
New bidder. 2 bidders in the room.
Let the battle commence.
Yes, go on.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. Earlier, ex-Special Forces soldier John brought in a stunning collection of medals.
Well, I expect to get the best price possible for what is my life.
With David's help, Mark offered John £10,000 and agreed to send the medals to a specialist auction in London and then to split any further profit. It's the day of the sale, and David is up bright and early and on his way to meet Mark and John at the specialist medal auction house in London. Bidders are taking their seats at Dick's Noonan Webb sale room in the heart of Mayfair.
Thank you, Martin. Good morning. Cometh the morning of the sale. Are the medals going to sell? I'm a little nervous, but I'm very, very confident we've made the right move. Are they going to make it big? Well, let's find out. Come on in.
Auctioneer Chris Webb has just minutes before he takes to his rostrum.
Has there been any interest at the preview in these medals?
Extraordinary interest. We've had the TV, obviously, we've had newspapers, we've got a telephone bidder, we've got the bids on the book, and we've got the internet, of course, so who knows?
What do you think about this group? How unusual are they?
It's very unusual to have a siege.
The Iranian siege.
So it is almost unique. I mean, every medal group is unique, but this is a very good combination of medals.
Yeah. I'm hoping we're going to achieve one of the best prices we've ever achieved on Dickinson's Real Deal, so down to you, mate. Fingers crossed. People at home are going to say, why on ever is John decided to part with these treasured medals? Why are you selling them? Whatever the outcome, why are you selling them?
Well, originally I wasn't. I took them to your show to have them valued.
I see.
You know, a last-minute decision. And when I found out how much they were worth, my daughter was heavily pregnant, so I thought, put a lot of it away, just for her university education, you know?
Brilliant.
Put it away for 18 years or
Brilliant.
something, yeah.
£10,000 the offer was made to you. Mark was prepared to stand by that offer and also said, yes, I will make you a second offer here. I will share any profit that those medals make over 10,000 after the deduction of commission, VAT and expenses. Now, how tough is the selection for Special Forces?
It's tough in a sense physically, but as they say, it's all in the head. All in the head.
Now, you have got these medals here. They are very, very individual. I know that you are one of the soldiers that was at the Iranian siege.
Yep.
And I also know that you were in the Falklands before the whole thing kicked off. And I'm reliably told by doing that, that saved a great number of lives, and we thank you for that. You've got a UN Cyprus medal.
Yeah.
Peacekeeping role?
Yes. We changed from Parachute Brigade to United Nations and changed the berry. Parachute Brigade always wore red berries and were known for it. When we became UN, we were the first ever parachute troops to change to a light blue berry.
Okay. You also got something rather unusual here, a Korea, South Korea service medal.
We were attached to the Korean forces as a Commonwealth liaison mission, and myself and a brigadier were presented with the medal by the Koreans.
Okay. We're here in the room. How confident are you, Mark? Are we going to do any good with these medals?
I'm very confident. I think they are such a unique group of medals to a fantastic regiment. They have got to make more money. I'm convinced they're going to do well.
We are about to start. A little bit of trepidation, a little bit of nervousness. We're all thinking, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? Yes, we are going to do it. Let's be positive. Here it is, the lot for the medals. It's coming up now.
So we start at lot 500.
163, the superb Operation Nimrod Group, and we are privileged to have the recipient here. And we start the bidding at £7,800. At £7,800. Any advance on £7,800? 8,000, 8,2, 8,5, 8,8, 9,000, 9,2, 9,5, 9,8, 10,000, 11,000.
We're past the 10,000.
At £12,000. At £12,000 in front.
We're at 12,000, a bidder in the room here.
13,000, 14,000.
14,000 in the room.
14,000 in front. All done? Selling at 14,000. At 15,000, new bidder.
2 bidders in the room.
16,000.
Yes, go on.
17,000. At 17,000 on my left. Selling at 17,000. Fair warning. At 17,000.
The gavel has just gone down. £17,000. That was the gross figure. I've got to ask you, first of all, your reaction to
Delighted, obviously. I mean,
pleased?
Quite, yeah, very, very. Yeah.
More than your expectation?
Yes, well, a lot more, because I never expected this. And the 10,000 was a lot.
Okay.
This is fabulous.
What about yourself, Mark?
I'm delighted, absolutely delighted, David. It's really what I expected them to make. I was hoping for 15,000, so the other 2,000 on top to make it to 17. I'm over the moon. I'm really happy.
After the deduction, we have £15,776. Now, that leaves £5,776 split 2 ways. I can tell you that the £17,000 is a record on Dickinson's Real Deal. It's the biggest price we have ever achieved. I'm very excited, and I have to tell you, I'm very relieved. Congratulations.
Oh,
it's been a great pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. What a result.
So it's been a great day all round. Mark was as pleased as Punch with the auction result. How have the other dealers done with their items? Well, James is still trying to unearth the roots of the hair box that he paid £100 for. David did make a profit on the lamplighter figurine that he bought for £105. And Corrie battled it out to own Sir John Barbarolli's Conductor's baton for £600, but hasn't sold it yet, as she's still researching the date it was given to him. However, she has sold the Omega RAF watch that she bought for £430. So it's our sellers who have walked away with the best deals today. But none more so than John, who took home a cheque for £10,000 on the dealer's day and a further £2,888 after the auction.
We've just had the most exciting result on Dickinson's Real Deal. It's the biggest price we've achieved in all of our series, £17,000 for SAS man John's medals. A fantastic price. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you